Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today me and Zollin here, right Zollin? All right, yes. We are going to talk about, for you, a LOTRO guide. We want to talk about real quick the carryalls, all right? This is an item you can get in the LOTRO store, and it comes with some expansions and some pre-orders of different expansions and games. Future, this might help you for a future expansion that comes out with Lord of the Rings Online, and you might want to know about it. So these are really, really nice. So there's a few things that are nice, right? So something new, I have a whole video on this. I have a video on the new free-to-play system, right? That have been revamped free-to-play. LOTRO has always had a great free-to-play system, but it's been revamped. So you can check out that playlist on this that video on the same playlist. But let's talk about carryalls, okay? So carryalls are an item that go in your inventory. They take up one slot, okay? So there's many kinds of carryalls, right? There are large, there are 3 levels. There is, I believe it's tiny, medium, and large carryalls, okay? So I have a bunch of crafting large carryalls, and the difference is, I will show you right here. A medium carryall holds up to 25, and I believe a small is 10. Yes, small is 10. So for example, a small carryall, when you right click on your inventory, basically it's more slots, right? It's just more slots. It's that simple, okay? This will be a real fast video. It's really nice though, convenient. You can go through, you can search for a certain name or something you want, I want chunk. Everything that has chunk in the name, right? There we go, right? Chunk. And then it brought all those up. So and then you can do that. You can find bind, sort contents by binding types. It's kind of fun, right? You can go back and forth, switch up and down. Description, you can sort by description, by quality, right? It kind of works the same way as when you use the search engine over here, right? To look for things. When you type something in, let's say I just want to see something that has an F in the name, right? It'll show all the things with that, right? It's a little trick with the items, by the way, that helps you out too. So, but this is just really convenient to have. You can have unlimited of these, but they take up one slot in your inventory. But I mean, for goodness sakes, one slot, I have 50 crafting stacks in here of different crafting things. That wouldn't have fit inside here, right? So I could open multiple ones of these. And if you see, I got all of these, right? Now you do have to select which one you put them in, right? So for example, if I can drag this one out and drop it here. Now I've got 49 out of 50. It's right here in my normal inventory, but then I'll put it back in. If you turn on auto gather, basically what happens is it will automatically gather when you pick up a crafting item, it'll just put it into your bag. Now, if you have multiple bags, what will happen is if you have a certain crafting item in one of those bags, it will pull extra into that stack. For example, let's say you have a lump of coal, right? You get another lump of coal, it won't put it into another bag. If they're all on auto, it'll suck it into the bag that has room for that stack, to a limit of that stack, right? So if you get to your limit, which I think is 500 for a coal, it will have to put it into another bag randomly. It might put it in the same bag, but then it's just gonna be kind of random, right? Because it's filling up a new stack pile. Really, because items and stacks. I have a whole video on items if you want to look at that. We're talking about carryalls. So there's a couple different kinds. There's crafting carryalls, which are by far the most handy because crafting materials are very important, but they take up all your inventory space, right? You can already see my inventory space is very full. Been doing a lot lately. All right, so crafting, so 3 different kinds, right? You have medium, which is 25, large, which is 50, and small, which is 10. This is a small crafting carryall, large crafting. These are for crafting materials. You can only put crafting materials in there, right? So for example, if I wanted to drop in this rune into this one that has 1 empty slot, they didn't let me. But if I have a crafting material, so let me just take one of these out. I drop it in, it lets you drop it in. Okay, simple, pretty self-explanatory. And then you have another thing, you have a task carryall, which is great. These are task items, your daily tasks. These fill up your inventory a lot, so it's very convenient to have this too. And apparently tasks can go over 500 with stacks now. I might have been wrong with the 500 limit stack. They might have changed that. I'm trying to remember what the actual limit is right now. If you know off the top of your head, you watch this video, you know the limit of stacks. I think it might be different depending on if it's crafting and all the other, and tasks and other items. But I think they've increased that. So they're trying to make it more convenient for you, right? So it's really, really nice to get these. Again, you can get these by buying them with LOTRO points on the LOTRO store, which I'll show you right now, and then also through expansions and stuff. And sometimes there's a couple other ways, but I can't think of any like in-game way of earning it besides doing deeds, earning LOTRO points freely through doing deeds, not paying real money, but doing deeds, and then using those to buy a carryall, okay? So, and then, there's also decorations. That's a good one. I have this one too right here. So basically it's only housing decorations that goes in here. And by the way, it's trying to sort. Apparently it will remember your sorting. Did you see that? So if I write, let's say I want to say copper in this one, right? All right, copper. So it's showing all my other copper things and I close this. But now if I reopen it, right? Let me see if I get the right one. There it is. It kept copper right there. That's kind of a cool little trick too, right? So if you're opening and closing them while you're crafting, you have multiple of these open on your screen, right? Again, I do a lot of crafting. You probably only need one of these if you're doing one crafting thing. 150 would probably be plenty for you. But again, there's a lot of different cool ones. So now let's look at the LOTRO store. So I'm gonna bring up this and bring up the LOTRO store here. I have a little blocker for my personal info there at the top, but sometimes it's good to go on here because there's sales. Oh, this is kind of cool. 25% off shared storage. I might actually get some stuff with that. Cosmetic stuff. But again, what you're looking for is just type in, I believe you could just type in carry. Search. There we go. Carry. Just type in the word carry. C-A-R-R-Y. All right. And then, so small crafting carryall. So again, it will, if you learn more, it'll tell you exactly what it does right in the description, what I just told you. Medium, large, okay? And then you have essences and tracer carryall. This is very nice, okay? So this essences and tracers are basically used for legendary weapons. Those take up a lot of inventory space usually as well. So that's great to have. I might end up getting one if they ever go on sale. Sometimes they have little sales in the store, you know, for the LOTRO points. So they're not quite as expensive. As you can see, some of these are a little bit pricey, but I would recommend don't buy the small one. If you can save up and just get the medium one, that's better. And even better, just go for the large one because the large one's only 500 more and it's double the space of the medium one. So that's what I recommend for that. And then you got some other, it's just showing you some cosmetic packs for carry. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can do any other kind of search here with carry dash all. Yeah, so that pretty much all the ones that looks like I can buy that are sellable right now. And that could be because I'm trying to think if the housing task one was a special one that only came with an expansion. I don't think so. Let me try something else. All right. So this is kind of tricky to have to do with this. All right, I want housing carryall, okay? Let's see, do we have housing carryalls? Again, that might have been a special thing that came with one of the expansions. So if you can't find it, that is the reason. But if you do see it and it goes on sale or they're doing a special thing where they're saying they're selling one, might be a time to get one, my friends. So again, they're very handy, especially for crafting. That's the biggest reason, right? You can get them on the LOTRO store. And I really think they're recommended. And if you want to get out of all of them quick, you could just click escape and then it will close all of them. And then when you open your inventory again, they'll all be closed. Little quick way to close a bunch of them off the window. But all right, my friends, I hope that helped you guys out. Get rid of that blocker. And you guys have a wonderful day in Middle Earth. Thank you so much for joining me and Zollin for this quick little guide video on carryalls. And I hope that helped you out. If you have more ideas for different guides that you would like to know stuff about, leave a comment and I would be happy to make it. My biggest thing for doing guides is what do people want? What do people want to know? Because I got a lot in here and in the game that I know, but I would like to teach you guys. And if you want to know, let me know. All right, even simple things. I will never take if something seems silly, say it anyway. I will either say, hey, I already have a video for that, or I will say, oh, okay, I will make one for you. You know what I mean? If I think it's something that would be good to make. So you guys have a wonderful day in Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick little video. And a quick little shout out and thank you to my wonderful Patreons for your support. I appreciate it greatly. It means the world to me. And check out my other content on the playlist. If this helped you out, don't forget to subscribe if I earned it. Next episode will be up there for guides and LOTRO Tailman content's over there, so check them out. Thank you, Mr. Revel, for being a royal guardian and all my Patreons. And you guys want to support the channel that way, links down there. And there's free stuff like Twitter and Facebook, stuff like that. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day in Middle Earth, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voice of the Rings.